Hello friends, my name is Leericle, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up Fortnite for PC for absolute beginners. So the first thing you want to do is go to your browser and search Epic Games, and then download the Epic Games launcher. Make sure you check the correct website because there's a lot of ads and fake companies out there that try to steal your information. The launcher will look like this. You have an account, just sign in. Or not, you could just make your new account, download Fortnite. Alright, so once you're into Fortnite, one of the first things you want to do is go to your settings, go to the sound settings, and for visualize sound effects, you turn that on. And for this guide, I'm going to be showing a zero build guide just for people to get started. So we're going to enter in a solo match real quick, and then I'll show you my settings that I have for my character. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and show you my mouse sensitivity. The ones that I run at, it's going to be a little bit different for each person, but I run at 1919, 3562. And the reason I have it at a lower sensitivity is because I have a high DPI setting on my mouse. Higher than average. I think it's around 3000 DPI that I use for my mouse. So, and I'll explain why in a minute once we get started here. So the reason with the mouse is you have to tweak it to your own settings on your own preference. A good way to practice this is to move like 180s until you feel comfortable with the 180s, and then do the 360s, whatever sensitivity you have for the 360s. You can do it pretty consistently. And the reason I do this is because, like, let's say you're fighting an enemy really close, you can do 360s, 180s, so like that. You have the advantage with a higher sensitivity when you have for close combat. Higher sensitivity is going to be a lot better. But if you want lower sensitivity, it's going to be a lot better for long range weapons. But I like close combat, so that's why I have a high sensitivity. So one of the first things that I like to do on Fortnite is getting accustomed to the marker placement and where you should eject, where you should drop. For me, I like to go horizontally. Wherever the bus is horizontal to the marker, that's where I like to drop. And I'll show you why in a minute. Because you can drop closer down here. You just go straight down. But you don't actually want to try to land over here. You want to land right here because the glider is going to deploy. And it's going to take some time to reach that area. So you see right here, I think we're still going to make it. You see that glider auto deploy. So you see where I kind of landed here on the map? About a few range away. And I think we should land kind of perfectly here towards the marker. I know this is not the best marker placement, but so one of the things I want to show you guys real quick is the preferred item slots setting. You go into game settings and you see the section here, preferred item slots. You configure that, so you can basically set up your weapon preset based on how you like it. For me, I like to have assaults weapons on the slot 1, shotguns slot 2, SMG slot 3, utility slot 4, and consumables in slot 5. So what this does is, let's say if you pick up items automatically, you see the way it was before, it's going to return into the same way it was every time. Every time I pick up an assault rifle, it's going to go into slot 1. So it helps you build muscle memory, and it makes it a lot easier to manage your inventory, having preferred item slots. So the other technique that I would like to show you guys is running around the map. It's good to run and slide to consume less energy. So let's say you're trying to go around somewhere, especially sliding downhill, you save a lot more energy. And you want to kind of like jump and slide at the same time if you can. You can also do it without running. So it makes it harder for the enemies to try to hit you. But you can save a lot of energy just by sliding down the hill. You keep your same speed momentum, but you're not using any energy to do so. So that's one thing that you guys want to get accustomed to, is sliding. And, you know, and one other thing I'm going to talk about is my key binding setup. So you see how I have my keybinds? That's one of the other important things to learn on Fortnite, is having a good and comfortable key binding setup. And I think this setup I found online, it was a YouTube video that I saw, and I think it's pretty good. It's probably one of the best first-person shooter setups, or shooter setups in general, third person, first person, whatever. This is one of the most comfortable setups for PC. And how I have my setup is I use the Q button for assault rifles, scroll up on the mouse wheel to get the shotguns, and then scroll down to get the SMG, and then 2 and 3 for the utility and medical. You could use 1 as well if you want to, but for me I have 1 also as crouch, but I also use crouch as well, so I can use 1 or I can use crouch. But the main reason I do that is because I have a mouse that has buttons on it, so it makes it a lot easier. The only ones that I actually use is 1, 2, and 3 for medical, the utility and medical, and crouch. So normally when I'm traversing around the map, I'll use the 1 button. So jump and 1, jump and 1 with the mouse. But when I'm in combat, I use the control, because it's a lot, you know. Sometimes I use both. I alternate between both because it's just more comfortable that way. So that's one of the things that I think that's the biggest tip that I can give you guys, the thing that's going to make the biggest difference. Another good tactic that I like to do on a car is you can shoot and then enter in the car. Exit, shoot, enter. That's what I like to do. You can protect yourself like this. Shoot, bam, enter. Then they end up shooting the car instead of you. Another thing to learn is like when you're in close combat, sometimes it's better to shoot a shotgun shell and then switch to your SMG, because the reload of the shotgun takes a while. The prime shotgun is pretty slow, so we'll show you an example with this one. You see I'm clicking fast, but you see how slow it is to shoot to the next round. So a lot of times people will shoot and then switch to SMG, and you get a lot faster damage that way. You see it's a lot slower. So it's depending on the shotgun that you have. It's sometimes better to shoot a shell and then switch to another weapon. Alright, but anyways, yeah, that's gonna be a little sample. Just a little sample for you guys. Let's see where we at. Well, we're not too bad. That's gonna be just a little sample for you guys on how I play my PC setup for Fortnite. If you guys want to see more of me, I have a second YouTube channel at Leericle TV on YouTube, and I also stream on Twitch sometimes. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.